And with that, everything seems to be up and running. Good morning, or good evening, depending on where you are when you're watching this. Welcome. Just finishing up last touches here. As you can see, here where I live, it's incredibly foggy. Has been for a couple of days. Sadly. We are right in the middle of the fog. During fall and winter there's always we call it a fog Z. Or the fog sea, and usually here where I am, I'm slightly above that sea level. But this year we are right inside it. At my workplace I'm always below the sea level. And therefore it's always grey above, like clouds. Thick as clouds, but here I'm right in. And I was just checking some webcams of the area around where I live. If I would go up just slightly higher, I could now watch a sunrise like this over the sea. That fog that you can see here, that fog sea. Which other one was a nice one to look at? This one's also very, very gorgeous. Mountains in the background that are higher. The shadow of the earth that's creeping over right now. Always interesting to see Earth's shadow in these images. Because we're quite high up altitude-wise, here where I live. You can actually see it happening in real time. Obviously these images here, they are stationary, they don't move, but yeah, you can see it. Also, I was hoping to catch some shooting stars last night, because we are currently going through a shooting star rich area, but because of the fog outside. Yeah, that's how it looks like under the fog. You basically have this lid of clouds that are very, very low, but they block all the light in the air. Here where I am, it's just... you're right inside the fog, like they are here, and above the fog. Very beautiful vista. You can see the fog sea over here on the side. Maybe you can see my cursor. Yeah. Maybe in the afternoon, if I have time, I will actually go out and above the sea level of the fog. Although it usually means that there will be a lot of people doing the same thing, and therefore, who knows if I actually will do that. Today, as you can see, we're in Urukupacha. It's also slightly foggy, although it's just a bit of mist, I guess, not really fog. Welcome to another weekly music stream. That's what I actually want to say. Another week has passed since the last stream, and again, a lot of new music has been released. And I want to celebrate that with these streams. I'm simply going through all the music I could find, new cover songs I could find this week. There have been more than I can showcase today. Usually the streams go for an hour 30-ish. Yeah, 1.5 hours usually. And there has been so much more music released this week that I cannot cover all of it. especially from two channels. They released a bunch of new tracks. I will feature two of them because of that, because they released so much. I just picked two at random. They don't really have any special meaning. I picked these two. I just picked whatever I felt like. So you listen to two tracks from two artists, and the rest will be tracks from completely different artists. And at the end, I can finally reveal my latest contribution to the cover music. I won't say club or industry, that's not really the correct term, but to the community, that's the one. I finally finished my Amatsu Kaze track, and I will showcase that at the end, and right after stream I will release it publicly. And I usually, while featuring these new tracks, I'm not one to sit still, and therefore I will grind or continue grinding fates in Final Fantasy XIV. I still need more Demiatma, you can see them here. I need 2 more here from Urukupacha. That's one I will try first to get at least 1. And I need 3 more from Shaloni. Had to think there for a second what the name was. So 2 more from here and 3 more from Shaloni. And I also need more bicolored gemstones. I think 2k roughly more until I have all the rewards from Dawn Trail, but I checked again. They added new rewards to older places, and I sadly had to notice, wait, there are a few more bardings and adventure plates that got added into Shadowbringers. Well, I think the barding was quite a while ago, but the plates are new. Which means I will need probably another 3, 4, 5,000 bicolor gemstones in order to get all the stuff that I actually would like to have. So yeah, I will be fate farming for a while longer. And I actually should get going because there are a lot of fates here, which usually means that there will be a period of not so many fates. As you can see, I dressed for the occasion today. There's a little Lalafell Santa. Throwing packages. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna turn off the in-game music. And I will turn on browser again, if I can hit the button. There we go. And we will start with the first track of the channels that I mentioned that uploaded multiple tracks. So let's start with something slightly calmer. It's a piano cover of Nature's Bounty, a track from 1.0 actually. By Sodaorat, and yeah, they have uploaded, I think, 1 track per day the last week. At least 1 track per day. So please go and check them out yourself, all these tracks. I won't be able to, probably won't be able to showcase all of them this year. I will continue to showcase them throughout next year. Yeah, I'm already looking forward to next year. But you can always go there and listen to them yourself. So, enough talk from me. Let's start some music. As I said, Nature's Bounty from 1.0 by sodaorat. Interesting harmonies. I'll switch to different key there. And back to the original. Ooh, that was nice to go up. The bridge section, kind of. Actually quite a nice track to learn two-handed piano playing. Or train it, I should say. Beautiful rendition of Nature's Bounty. And because it's 1.0, it should be Nobuo Amatsu. Yeah. They mention it in the description below. It is from Uematsu-san, not from Soken. Because maybe you know, Uematsu did actually the most of the tracks for 1.0. Or at least they are credited to his name. The second artist, or second channel that uploaded a ton of new stuff lately is PSYCHOPATHS. I'm not sure if they were on the back burner and they started to release them now. I think that's more likely what happened. It's not that they created all these tracks recently. The first one I would like to showcase is this one here, Neath Dark Waters, as a punk cover. So we will now slowly start to wake up. Enough talk, let's do this. Good morning. Again, I picked at random. I didn't listen to these tracks before. Or only briefly. Key change. Interesting to go down with the melody. It sounds more punk-ish to go down with the melody. Halftime. Counter melody, interesting. To counter melody in the same intensity as the main melody. Nice drum riff there, or drum break. Late switch on the chords. Again, late switch on the chords compared to the original. Which gives it a different feeling. Ooh, that's high. Yeah, a few less chord changes, which simplifies the track slightly. Less complex. But it does work. Ooh, okay. That was an interesting break there. Guitar solo. Very nice. Now just the rhythm guitar section, which actually has all different key changes. Interesting, it just didn't translate really. I guess, or maybe they just added it in the end. Very nice interpretation of Neath Dark Waters. And yeah, you can still see my suggestion videos. Although I have no idea about the first one, who that is. Second one I still have to watch, I'm sorry Drac. I promise I will watch your Pilgrim's Traverse experience. I'm surprised about the final one too. I don't know this artist. Very interesting suggestions that I'm getting here. You'll probably see more. This one I discovered last night. A new cover by Sun. A quite new channel, or someone who only recently started uploading music. I'm very looking forward to their version of Sunrise. So heavy. Very nice. Slightly late on the bass drum. Interesting. Interesting start. Again, late on the drums compared to original. No drums yet. Very deep. Deep melody, nice bass line. Real guitar harmony with bass in the background too. Nice bassing. Ooh. Switch, rhythm guitar was here, now it's over here. No drums. Guess on purpose. Probably on purpose. Bass drum is back. Let's hear for how long this time. Doesn't really need a bass drum if you have such a strong rhythm guitar. Again, the gorgeous harmonies in this part. Switch of soloist guitar, or the melody guitar and the rhythm guitar. Give your ears something else to listen to, which is nice. Great idea. And it's over. Very well done. And even though I'm a drummer, I didn't miss the drums. Well, slightly. But they weren't necessary. And there's always this... When I learned drumming, one teacher had quite an interesting take on drums. Basically, they have three functions and why you have a drum set in there. The first function is to give the speed, the tempo of the track, which you can substitute other instruments for. The second is the meter, if it's a 4/4 track, it's in 6/8, it's in 3/4, whatever. Which the drum will give you this feeling of the meter. Which in that case was done by the rhythm guitar. That one gave you the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 feeling. And the third one, the only one that could not really be replaced by a different instrument, is a rhythm. that it can provide. But yeah, if you can substitute 2 of these 3 parts with other instruments, I mean, go for it. Works perfectly. And you can actually use these 3 parts independently and sometimes destructively, which is really nice if you are aware of these 3 parts that a drum set or drums can provide. Well, enough of this weird music theory and rhythm theory talk. More music, more artists. Next one, I was really happy when I got the notification that they created new music this week. A new track from Lilybell. I always love their works. And this time they made Forever at Your Side as a jazz waltz arrangement. I have already listened to this one this week. I couldn't wait until the weekend. But I still obviously want to share it because it's so beautiful. Let's go. Right in. This tracks work. Either the tracks works so perfectly as a jazz waltz piece, or Lilybell is just a genius at arranging it that way. Or probably both. Great usage of slight tempo changes. And dynamics. Bass and piano, duet, clarinet, and accordion throw-ins bring the band back in. Now the drums want to play too. A bit more. Such gorgeous conversation between the instruments. Joy to listen to. Slowing down again. That's close to the original in terms of phrasing. Beautiful callback to the original track. Ooh. Caught me off guard there. As it's ending in 4/4. Interesting. Very gorgeous arrangement of another beautiful track from VIII. There are so many beautiful tracks in this game. It's always a joy to hear. All of them in different interpretations of them. And Lilybell is an amazing artist at creating these beautiful arrangements and interpretations of the tracks. And yeah, I should mention, after the stream I will add all the tracks that I played in the description below on YouTube, on the YouTube VOD, so you can click on them without, listen to them without me interrupting or talking over them. And there is also a playlist linked down below where I will add all the tracks. I wonder how long such playlists can grow or how big they can get. If I will reach the limit one day of these playlists, or yeah, what the limit is. Because I've checked this week and we have, or I have, passed the, I think, 550 mark of tracks in the list. I would have to check again to be completely sure, but it's way above 500 tracks already that got featured this year, which is a crazy amount. When I started at the beginning of the year with this series, I never thought I would be able to showcase that many artists and that many different tracks. But I'm really glad I did start doing this and discover so many amazing people, so many amazing artists that make music. It's just phenomenal. And I'm sure with the patch drop this week, more will appear again from maybe a bit of a slumber. There are a lot of tracks in this next patch again that will be covered, I'm sure. Especially the Arcadian tracks. They always draw attention. And I'm looking forward to that very, very much. Now, next one, slightly different track, I should probably say, a different style, because it's a live performance of Morrow's Might, the Tuliolal Day theme, performed here by the Cardiff Video Game Orchestra. I think they have done this a while ago and only just now got uploaded to YouTube. I have briefly listened to this one and it's quite the banger. Enough talk from me, let's go. I personally like to play in churches. Sound is amazing in there, but it's a nightmare to record because of all the reverb that's in churches. That clarinet. Those trombones, they really had the time of their life with this track. Ooh, nice slides. And the strings. They look slightly bored. I mean, don't have to do anything in this track. It's really big band style. And yep. I haven't listened to this part yet, so I wasn't sure if they had done the slow part too. But they did. Ooh, xylophone. Nice. Very dreamy. Sitting at the beach, enjoying the afternoon. That's what this feeling is. Or what I'm feeling listening to this track. Or this part of the track, I should say. And will they go back to... No, they stopped here. Which is a good point to stop. Very gorgeous work. And for anybody who has played one of these tracks or performed one of these tracks live, I'm always wondering, how do you handle licensing and asking for permission to play these tracks? Are you just, you know, doing it? Or are you actually asking if you could perform these tracks? I'm just wondering how other people are doing it, if they are performing them live. In case of making covers and putting them on YouTube and all that, it's cover the license stuff. It's possible to do if you credit them correctly. But live performance is always something different, so I'm wondering how people are doing it. So if there's anybody out there who has done this or does know the answer, please let me know in the description down below. I'm just curious. Now, another track I couldn't wait to listen to. It actually got released right after the last stream, or in the afternoon after the last stream. So it didn't make it in. But I already mentioned last stream, I knew it was coming, so I mentioned that I will definitely showcase it this week. And here we are now. It's Not Afraid, covered by Sleeping Penguin. Although not only by Sleeping Penguin, let's go down into the list. There we go. Vocals are by Great Mighty P. Guitar played by Celia. Mix and master by Haru HZP, who has said it was the hardest mix they ever had to master. So please look forward to that. I'm following them on other social media platforms as well, that's why I know this. And yeah, the direction of the track and everything, putting it together, and also some other instruments that are not listed here, done by Sleeping Penguin. So, enough talk. Not Afraid. Track from M7. Heavily limited track. Very strong voice. Put down very, very limited. But they really mixed it low into the mix. It's a very powerful voice. Look at that guitar work. Now the electronic part, that's your Sleeping Penguin. Didn't bleep it, interesting. Okay. When bleeping. I mean, that the bleeping and censorship is not something that very common around the world. For example, explicit tracks are being played, for example, here in my country, in radios without leaping or changing of the lyrics. Just the regular track is usually the explicit track if there are two. So not the radio edit, they usually use the normal tracks if there are two. That's just something from another Western country that is afraid of some words being said out loud. Anyway, want to pause on this screen here, again showing all the amazing artists that worked on this track. Very gorgeous, and I already know that they are working on more. They already mentioned that on social media. More tracks are coming, especially now with 7.4 on the horizon. Now we go back to Sodaorat. Another track from them. Small interlude. This time... Actually, again, one from 1.0. I don't only know this now. Fragments for Forever. Let's go. Actually, I wasn't aware this one is from 1.0. But yeah, looking back, the style is definitely Amatsu. And a beautiful use of tempo and dynamics. To slow down in that crescendo. Give it more impact. And slow fade out. gorgeous piano arrangement. And as mentioned, there are a lot more on their YouTube page. Way too many to cover in one stream. I will feature more, but I'm sure there are more coming still. So please go and check them out yourself. Very beautiful. And now, as you can already tell by the image, gonna deviate slightly from Final Fantasy XIV, just because I want to. We are going off to Final Fantasy VIII, a new cover track that Husky by the Geek released this week. Maybe I'm a Lion, as a metal version. I have already listened to that one. I really like it, and therefore I want to share it with you all out there. Let's just dive right in. And I really wonder where he got this shirt from. Love that strumming. And I've met him. This energy that you can see in his videos, it's not played. He is like that in real life too, at Husky. Such crazy riff. And obviously as a drummer I love percussion heavy tracks. Yeah, Final Fantasy VIII has some very interesting time signatures and changes in there. Signature changes. Amazing work again from him. Very powerful track. And obviously more to come with 7.4. We can look forward to that one as well. Now this next track is slightly different again. We are still... Well, we are again slightly back in 14 territory because this track is featured in 14 as well. But in this case it's meant to symbolize Final Fantasy V. It's a track uploaded by Square Enix themselves. They sometimes almost weekly recently, they create new interpretations, or they actually call it cover tracks themselves. In this case, a 2 piano and 1 bass cover of Battle at the Big Bridge. Let's say who the 3 people are. Yeah, we have Ryu Kawamura on double bass, Yu Morishita on 1 piano, and Ryota Kikuchi on the 2nd piano. I'm sorry for mispronunciations of names. And I briefly listened into it. I only caught the end bit when they streamed it live this week, or streamed the release, I should probably say, this week. I haven't heard the beginning of the track yet, so I'm looking forward to that one. Let's just dive right in. It's crazy speed that they are playing this at. If I'm not mistaken, it's one of those tracks that Amatsu actually does not like of his compositions. I could be wrong. So please shout at me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think I've heard that he actually does not like this track. And every time it's getting played, he is wondering why people are still choosing to make new covers and new versions of this track. But yeah, we actually love it, so... One person during the live stream. Ooh. Mentioned they would actually buy an album with only Battle at the Big Bridge covers. If that existed. They are so skilled, so well trained. These artists, it's amazing. Ooh. Rock. Kind of. Old school classic influence there. beautiful cover. If you can call it a cover. I think so. I mean, they call it a cover, so yeah. Gorgeous work. Please follow the Square Enix music channel too, because as I think once a week or almost once a week they upload such cover versions of tracks that they already... I mean, that of tracks in general, and it's just always a pleasure to listen to new interpretations of these songs. So that one was slightly adjacent to Final Fantasy XIV. The next one will also be slightly adjacent to Final Fantasy XIV, although it actually is from Nier Automata, because we have the collaboration with the Tower and Tower Paradigm's Breach and all the other Nier raids. It's part of 14 as well. And so we'll now come to the second track from PSYCHOPATHS that I mentioned before. Two that I will feature for them. The second one is this one here. It's Shako, the sound of the collapsed city. Again, originally from a Nier Automata, but it's also present in 14. Let's go. I love Nier Automata music in general, and that's another gorgeous version of this track. As you may notice that the melody isn't the notes perfectly. They kind of slide into the notes of the main melody. Now the solo real quick before we are going back to the main melody. Interesting phrasing in that solo. Very nice riff. Dreamy. Back to the main harmony. Blah, 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 blah. More solo stuff. Oh, yeah. Very nicely done. But yeah, as I was saying, the most of the melody wasn't just ba 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 ba. It always slided in ba ba. I cannot really emulate it. It's the phrasing was very interesting of the main melody. It always slid into the note with a pre-note basically, which was very pleasant to listen to. It was very pleasant to listen to. A few more tracks that I have. As you may have noticed, by the way, I did already get one Demiatma. I need one more from Urukupatcha. But I got one. I'm really happy about that. Means one less to grind for. Although I said I still need a lot more bicolor gemstones. So it's not an issue. That would suddenly be done with the grind. Just means one thing less to worry about. Now this next track, I'm not very fond of the imagery that's being used in the video. It might be weird to hear that from me when I always say that I work in IT. But I'm not a fan of AI generated stuff. I mean, not at all. It has its place. I sadly have to agree. There are circumstances where it can help, but it never replaces human-made things outright. It cannot, or not yet at least, replace. Difficult to say. I don't want to say the feeling, that's the wrong word. The quality is probably the correct word right now. I cannot replace that one yet. And I hope it never will. Can create a lot of quantity, but most of that quantity is not usable. And you cannot really make quality out of quantity. Therefore, I will listen to the track because it doesn't say that AI has generated the music. It's only clear that the video was generated by AI. Therefore, I will still listen to the track. Unless it would be AI generated, and then I will cut it out here in the edit. So here we go. A lo-fi version of A Hopeless Race. Music from the Raktika Greatwood. That should be probably the night theme, because day theme is civilization, so it probably is the night theme from the Raktika Greatwood. Let's just go. Performed by The Adventurers of Glitter. Also interesting, it's changed into a major key. Now it's over to minor. switching between major and minor. I mentioned perfect for studying, but actually I think it almost too. Too impactful for studying. I mean, it's great tune. Don't get me wrong. It's just if I want something to study to, it shouldn't be that much of a vibe, basically. It's almost too good for that part, or for that purpose. I mean, everybody has their own preferences. My Chocobo got defeated. Nonetheless, very beautiful cover track. Thank you very much for creating it. A few more tracks to go that I have prepared for today. Next on my list, another drum cover by hurriken-hatch. This time he did the drums for Write the Rhythm, the M5 track, disco track. Let's just go. Another track I would love to cover myself one day. I mean, I want to cover every track. That is my big goal. Not sure I'll be able to do it, but it's still a goal, right? Very simple groove here at the beginning. Don't worry, it's gonna change. Great work on the hi-hat there. The build up to the chorus. Because I'm actually using this track when I go jogging for my workout. My body is starting to react and wants to kind of get ready for a long run, because that's always the first track in my playlist, the warm-up track. I can feel my body reacting to it. I'm not gonna go for a run yet, maybe later today, depending on if the fog will clear up slightly, because it's slightly dangerous to go for a run if there is such thick fog outside. Flawless drumming, by the way. I wonder how he records the drumming. Because I don't see a mic somewhere in the video. If it's just overhead somewhere, out of view. Very well done. Great work on that cover. Two tracks left, and then one from myself. Because it really starts to repeat all the fates here, and after, an hour. It's starting to get slightly boring to just grind the fates, at least. For me, it's always starting to get boring. But not boring is the music, and the next one, I'm really happy I checked my search queries this morning again. Because that one showed up this morning for once. As you have explained before, I have just a bunch of search queries that I frequent throughout the week. And not just on YouTube, but also on other platforms, because the YouTube search is pretty useless lately. It really wants to show you only popular stuff or things it thinks you are interested in, instead of everything that it finds with the keywords that you enter. I'm using different search engines as well, but this one actually showed up on YouTube. And I'm really happy because it's a new entry. I've never heard a track from them before. I did not listen to it yet, or only briefly listen into it, and it sounded quite nice. I would love to listen to it here in full on the stream for the first time. It's a cover of Wayward Daughter performed by Cephion. I'm sorry, by the way, for mispronunciations again. Let's subscribe to them right here and now, because I don't want to miss any new tracks. And let's go. Ooh, nice koto in the background. Beautiful voice. Getting goosebumps. And beautiful imagery too. Interesting effect on the voice here. I'll have to check the credits afterwards again. Could be that this was a female voice tuned down. I can check afterwards. Very nice bass line. I really appreciate the English subtitle underneath. Yeah, I'm too far away to point. Simplified melody slightly of the male choir compared to the original, but it's not bad. Just slightly simpler, that's all. Again, the beautiful bass line. We're going back into this very heavy rhythm. Now, how will they finish the track? Beautiful imagery. A simple fade out. Works perfectly. Great job, I'm really glad I checked again this morning. And found them in my search results. And by the way, if you know of a artist or a track that I have never featured here before, even though they post new music, it might really just be because my YouTube search algorithm or the algorithms think I don't want to listen to that one, or they just hide them from me. So please then let me know in the comments down below on YouTube in the VOD which artist, which track I should include into my subscription so that I won't miss any new track they upload. Because I'm quite sure there are other artists out there that deserve to be listened to more and that are just getting hidden by a computer that thinks they are not worthy enough, or because they didn't really include the correct terms into their descriptions of the video, even though the music is actually amazing. So please let me know down below if there is someone like that out there. Now, one more track that got uploaded, I think yesterday, and I thought let's finish with that track before my own track. It's a cover of the Starlight, Starbright from Final Fantasy XIV that we had a few years ago, a rhythm game in 14. I'm really sad that they haven't included that one for quite a while now. And I'm looking forward to that when it one day might return. I'm sure there's a reason why they don't include or haven't included it yet again. Maybe they are cooking on something, we don't know. But yeah, that one was featured during the Starlight celebration. I think that would be 2022 or something like that. Quite a while ago. Actually, they have a video down here. When was this one made? 2018 in that case. Okay, it's from 2018. I didn't think it would be that old, but well, I'm old. So here we go, Starlight, Starbright, a cover by Jjammin. An amazing person and group, by the way, that make great theatric plays in their free company estate. Always a pleasure to see them, listen to them, all the stuff that they create in 14 with the restrictions that the game has. Amazing work. And we can see a tiny bit of that here in this video too. So, enough talk. Starlight, Starbright by Jjammin. I've already listened to this yesterday, so it's spot on to the version in game. Gorgeous choir piece. Just a short one. Short little track. Yet truly, truly beautiful. Well done, everyone. And now, as the final track, as I mentioned, my own new cover. Now you can see me now on screen. And I will give it the same treatment as I do the other tracks. I will talk over myself while you can listen to it for the first time. And after stream, I will release it publicly. I have been working on this for way too long, and I finished it earlier this week, and then thought, let's not put too much effort into the video. I want to get it out now as quick as possible. So the video might not be it is not my best work. The focus should be on the music anyway. And I'm quite proud of what I managed to create here. I have never played so much guitar and especially bass in a track. And I really had a lot of fun playing the bass for this track, for Amatsu Kaze, the Jade Star or Byakko trial track. And not gonna lie, when I recorded the video for the track, I actually got a blister on my thumb from playing the bass that much. Just a slight behind the scenes. It has healed now, but still, I was quite surprised that this actually happened. But yeah. Enough talk now. I will talk during the video more, probably. Let's just go right in. Amatsu Kaze. Cover the Byakko trial music. The version from the Primals band, by the way. Not the one in-game. It's the Primals version that I covered here. Let's go. Although I did add the synth that you can hear right now, which is actually only in the normal version, not the Primals version. I wanted to add these elements in there too. And And it's very... my apartment is very small, therefore I had to green screen the background of my singing, because otherwise it just didn't work. I didn't have the space to set anything else up. I thought that would be the best option. And by the way, I'm sorry for mispronunciations of the Japanese. I'm still learning. I tried my best. Any Japanese people out there, please let me know how I did. If you allow me to cover more tracks in Japanese. By the way, what you see is not when I recorded the voice or any of the other instruments, to be completely truthful to you. I was just done for the video. The voice I still recorded, as with all the previous tracks, while driving. I have a headset mic that I'm wearing with a field recorder attached to it, and I have the music in my ear, or actually just the meter in my ear, a meter that gives me the speed, and I sing in my car. Because that's the only place I can really let out the voice without anybody else or bothering anybody else. I tried to do it in my apartment here, but it didn't work. I couldn't get the same strength out. So my body is holding back when I'm doing it in here. And only after uploading the video I noticed, wait, I don't really have a lot of guitar in there in the video. Most is singing, bass and drum set. Not a lot of guitar, which I'm sorry. I've played all of them, so it's not that I'm trying to hide something here. I just liked the other footage more, I guess. As you can see, guitar, here it is. Footage does exist. First time for me doing a rock heavy track like this. Please let me know how I did. Again, I will release that right after the stream publicly, and then everybody can enjoy it without me talking over it. I have written in the description down below underneath the video what I used for gear. For the music, not for the recording. Great, another Forlorn Maiden. Why? Why now? Because that means I have to do another fate afterwards. Oh well, let's do this then. And let's talk about creation of this track a bit more. Again, as mentioned, I started, I think early this year, I started with this track. And just a lot of things got in between. I couldn't really work as much on it as I wanted to. Also made other tracks and other releases and other things. It was one of those forever work in progress tracks that I now just wanted to get out and finish before 7.4. That was the main goal, and I managed to do that. Still have to press the release button, but it is there, it is now out. Okay, final one will be the one up here. And yeah, especially the last few weeks, I finally had some free time to sit down and record the final parts of the track, especially the guitar. That was the last... Actually, no, the parts of the main vocals were the last thing to record. Or that it was the guitar that I really struggled with to find the correct tunes, the correct chords. But luckily, with the new version of Ableton, the music software I'm using, the DAW I'm using, I was able to much easier find the correct pitches for the different instruments or different melodies. As it now has a stem exporter from, or stem extractor from original tracks, which allowed me then to clearly hear the instruments of the original tracks and recreate that sound with my own instruments. Yeah, when I started this track, I was, I think, still on Ableton 11, and then earlier this year they released version 12, so I had to upgrade the whole project to version 12, and just, I think a month ago, or not even a month ago, they released version 12.3, which was a very big update in Ableton, and I had to repurpose or remake the whole project once again to work with 12.3. So yeah, quite a lot of migrations of the project into newer versions of my DAW. I think it was worth it in the end. I've learned a lot again. With every track that I'm creating, I'm learning more and more. It could be better still. Obviously, there's always things that I can improve. But at some point, you just have to get it out there. I think it was Husky who got asked this once in his Discord, when he thinks that a track is good enough to release, what he uses as guideline, and he says uses the old 80-20 rule that works for him, the best for him, that you need 20% of your time for 80% of the output, and then another 80% for the last 20. And when he notices that he gets into this 80-20, he will stop it there, kind of finish what he has started and upload the track at that point. And I would say I'm slightly above that 80-20 right now. It could always be better, but it would take so much longer to make it perfect, even though perfect doesn't exist in music. It always has to. It has to be slightly imperfect to sound good. At least that's what I think. So, then enough talk. Let's quickly check what I can buy now with my gemstones. Let's get the Starless Skyline and the Parasol. I still want the 2 Framers kit from here, so that's 1200 gemstones more, so 1000 gemstones still to get. To get all the items I want from Dawntrail. And then, as mentioned, there is more from previous expansions. Not this one. Where are accessories? There we go, fashion accessories. Oh, also never used this one. Never used this one. And now the newest. Sweet. And it's slightly transparent as well. Very nice. Only possible because of the 7.0 Dawntrail update they made. The graphics update. Really nice parasol. Finally, I've got it. Is it raining in here? Nope, it's not. Santa dancing. Interesting. Well then, I would say that's it for today. Lots and lots of great music. I managed to get one more Demiatma, so only, as you can see, 4 more to go. Which means next week I will go into Shaloni and try to get more of them. Still 3 more to go there. Yeah, that will take quite a while. Lots of Shaloni fates to grind through, but it's okay. Sooner or later I will actually get all of them. Sooner or later I will have all of the gemstones that I need. It's just a bit grindy, that's all. But I have the music to listen to, which keeps me accompanied. The next stream, I wanted to make a stream schedule, but I didn't have time before the stream to finish it. Next week, as you know, drops 7.4, and I will be streaming that one. For once I actually have a few days off before Christmas, or next week I will have a few days off. And one will be on patch day, so I will log in next Tuesday and do the Arcadian. Maybe I will do the main story, or at least part of the main story on Tuesday, but definitely on Wednesday. And then it's also my birthday week, that's why I have a few days off, so I will be probably not online on Thursday and Friday. And I have not decided yet, the weekly music stream maybe on Saturday or on Sunday evening, because I will be away on Sunday. We will celebrate the birthday. It's not on Sunday. I'm not gonna say when the birthday is. The people that have to know when the actual birthday is, but I will celebrate on Sunday, so I won't be around during the day. I will celebrate with my family, and therefore I won't have time to do the stream on the usual time slot, but maybe on Sunday evening or on Saturday afternoon, evening. I will see when I will be able to do it, but I will do one next week as well. So please look forward to that. I'm sure we will get a lot of amazing music from the Arcadian, because people are crazy with how fast they are able to cover tracks. And because we already have a preview of the Arcadian 4 or 12 track, it got confirmed that it's Arcadian 12, the one with Beartooth and with Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine. It will be Arcadian the 12th one, the 12th encounter. There are already people that have covered the preview, so I'm sure the full track will be covered very, very quickly when it's out. So we can look forward to many, many Arcadian tracks next week and the weeks after that. Maybe I will do one myself. Now that I have finished Amatsu Kaze, I have ideas for tracks, other tracks that I want to cover, and maybe I will cover one of the new tracks as well when they are out. We will see. Now I will start my day. There is lots to do still. I will release the track now after the stream. I have prepared some posts, but there is more to prepare, especially for people on Patreon. I still have not finished that post yet, but I will post there too. And on social media and whatnot. So yeah, you will get a few notifications from me after the stream. I will also, again, as said, link all the videos that I played in the description down below on the VOD on YouTube. It always takes an hour or two until I can edit the description correctly, for some odd reason. They're constantly changing things. Maybe it works better now. Even the interface for going live on YouTube has changed this week, so I was afraid first that it didn't work, but it actually worked perfectly well, so I'm very happy about that one. So yeah, you'll find them down below after an hour or two. Latest in the afternoon they will be added there. We'll also try to add them very quickly into the playlist that is already linked below, so you can check them out there yourself. And thanks a lot for tuning in. It's always a pleasure to listen to new music, showcase new music, and I will do more next week. Have a wonderful Sunday, wonderful start into the new week, and until we meet again next week for 7.4. Goodbye. And because I have mentioned them before, let's show them again. The subscribers and the supporters over on Patreon. Thank you very, very much for your continuous support. It really means the world to me. You will get this track as an MP3 or maybe as a FLAC to download. And you can, by the way, you can join Patreon for free and get that one for free as well. You don't really have to pay anything. The only thing you get from paying is a good feeling in your gut that you support people like me, and you will be shout out here on stream and in the videos that I make. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful Sunday. Goodbye.